Today we are narrating our dogs' lives. And first up is Arsco/Roscoe. Here we go.
When I was a puppy, I was all alone, all by myself. I walked the streets alone. And then one day, I came across this house with this old lady. Her name was Jennifer. And I came up to her house. And she came outside and gave me some bologna. And then I decided this was going to be my home. And then the next day, this little thing came out. His name was TJ. And he was running around out in the field. So I went to go keep an eye on him, make sure nothing happened to him. And he went over to the neighbor's house. And this weird looking clown came out. And he was wondering what I was doing here. And he said I was a new member of the family. So, a little bit later, about 5 years later, this new dog they bring home was a yellow lab. Her name was Libby. And let me tell you something. She was the prettiest thing I ever saw. And then a few years later, this other thing, a little bit smaller, was black, came along into the house. Her name was Zoe. And she was a new member of the family. She was very annoying. And then a year later, this other thing came along. Her name was Penny. And she was also a new member of the family. And that is my story. And next up, we have Lucas with Scouts Live.
When I was a little puppy, I was born from my mom. And then, a couple weeks later, these people came up and were investigating my brothers and sisters. But then, they picked me up. And so, I got scared, but I didn't move or make a sound. My eyes were shut, because I couldn't open them. But my eyes were shut. And then, they put me back in my box. And then a couple weeks later, the same woman came back with towels. And then she set them down and shotgun. And she put me up there. And then after that, I was chasing after this weird thing that's shaped like a rectangle. And I was posted on the Book of Face. And then a couple weeks later, these two little weird people came and would not let go of me. They would not let me run away. They would grab me and hold me and do everything to me. Well, not everything, but they do a lot of stuff to me. And then finally, at bedtime, I could sleep without my brothers and sisters whining. That was pretty nice. But then this one big, giant guy came in a brown suit and laid in bed. It was, ugh. And then a year later, I'm 1 year old now.